Right. So let's start with this question. Integration is what? Integration represent, just a quick recap. Integration is like summation. We add all the values, all the possible values of any function over x is called integration. So if a function is defined as y is equal to x square, x cube, and in the graph it is represented like x1 to x2, we add all these values, so all these lines for a very small interval. If we know this value, integration simply means adding all the values. So it is this summation of all the values. और इन सारी values को हम graph में represent करते हैं by these straight lines. So if we add all these lines, it will become the total area. Summation of all values of y from x1 to x2. Correct? So integration is always equal to area bounded by the graph with x-axis. If we are writing y dx, the integration is over x. It will be area bounded by the graph with x-axis. If suppose we have to calculate the area bounded by the y-axis, this is the representation. If suppose this integration is of x over the variable of y, then it represents the other area bounded by the graph with y-axis. So when it is integrated from, let's say, y1 to y2, it will be the shaded area or area bounded with the y-axis. So integration represent करता है summation, and for any graph, it can also be calculated by the area bounded. अगर हम x में इंटीग्रेट करें तो x एक्सिस के साथ बाउंडेड एरिया, अगर y में इंटीग्रेट करें तो y एक्सिस के साथ बाउंडेड. The basic formula that we did for integration, first integration of x raised to power n, इसको इंटीग्रेट करने पे मिलता है x to the power n plus 1. Naira,
Yes, sir.
you understood? You remember these formulas?
Yes, sir.
Pakka? X raised to power n is x raised to power n plus 1 divided by n plus 1. And this is called indifferent integration. Indifferent means we are not applying the limit. So ideally we should put plus c here. C is some arbitrary constant. But as of now, we are leaving as it is. It will be applicable for all values except -1. If it is -1, that is 1 upon x. Integration of 1 upon x is ln x. Integration of dx only will be equal to x. Integration of dt will be t. Integration of sin x. So integrate करने पे हमें वो function मिलेगा जिसका differentiation करने पे same बन जाए. तो cos का differentiation होता है minus sin. So we have to differentiate minus cos, it becomes sin. Integration of cos x will become sin x. Integration of sec square x will be tan x because the differentiation of tan x is sec square x. Integration of sec x into tan x with respect to dx will be equal to sec x. Formulas याद नहीं होंगे तो कोई problem नहीं है. You can see them from this list. E raised to power x का integration will be e raised to power x. So these are some standard formulas based on which we can integrate. And the next one was coefficient rule. It is similar to chain rule, but Not applicable for any random function. It will be applicable only if function has one extra coefficient of x. So like suppose if there is a function in which there is a coefficient of x, function is not written in terms of x, it is f of ax. So when you integrate this, whatever function is coming up by integration, we will divide the whole thing by the coefficient of x. At the end, we have to divide by coefficient of x in that function. Like for example, if you consider e raised to power 3x, e raised to power 3x dx. So ex dx integration is ex, e raised to power 3x dx will be 3x. And since there is a coefficient of x is 3, so we will divide by 3 in this whole function. Likewise, so that is the only formula that we need to learn. In this particular DPP, there are a few more complicated ones, but that is not required for all. Those who are having maths, they will do in that detail in maths only. It's not required to do as of now, but there are some basic questions that we will do to practice the integration, right? इसके अलावा फॉर्मूले बहुत सारे हैं, but those formulas we don't require. We don't require in math, in physics. In maths, yes, we will be doing, but integration is in 12th syllabus, so you'll not be doing in class 11th again. Integration जब हम area calculate करते हैं, above the x-axis area is positive, below the x-axis area is negative. Correct? When we calculate the area, the above the x-axis area is positive, below the x-axis area is negative. So now let's get back to this DPP. The first question here is area under y-x graph. In this graph, it is positive area or negative area?
Positive.
Positive, because it is above the x-axis, so it is positive area. Right. Area, second question. Area under y-x graph. The second one, it is negative.
Yes, sir, negative.
Negative, because it is below the x-axis. Third, what will be in third? Area under y-x curve?
Zero.
Zero, half positive and half negative. In question number 4, area of shaded portion is, it is area with x-axis, so it will be b, integration of y with respect to dx.
Sir, B answer.
Answer is b, right? In fifth, answer is yes.
So C.
C. It will be C because it is above the x-axis, so it will be positive, and it is from 0 to b, integration of x times dy. Okay, graph, I think we did. Y is equal to x. This graph is A, no problem. In this previous problem, we should area represent 0 to 1 by dx. Seventh, what should be the answer? A. The answer will be A.
Yes, sir.
Right. Question number 8.
Sir, C.
8th. Yes, question number 8. What is it? Eighth, we have to find this area in the graph 0 to 1. That will be area of this triangle. What is the answer of 8? Yes, yes.
B.
8th में क्या calculate करना है? Area, it is above the x-axis. So yes, that area will be positive. 0 to 1, it will be B option.
So A और B में क्या difference है?
अच्छा, A और B में क्या difference? Good question. Yes. A and B both Yeah, I think A and B both will be the answer. Yes. Question number 9 छोड़ देते हैं अभी. Change in momentum. So ये थोड़ा कुछ physics related हो गया. When we have to use integration in physics, it will be exactly opposite of differentiation. So Newton's second law, just for an application one question where we have to apply the integration. Newton's second law जो आपने शायद क्लास 9 में पढ़ा था, F is equal to ma के नाम से, उसका actual statement क्या होता है? That force acting on any body is rate of change of linear momentum, right?
Yes.
So it will be dp by dt. Rate of change is dp by dt. यहाँ से हम क्रॉस मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे तो dp means very small change in momentum. The small change in momentum is f over dt. Now if f is known as a function of time, so हम f को integrate कर लें अगर both side from 0 to t, initial momentum p1 to final momentum p2. dp का integration आएगा p and then we apply limit. So how do we apply limit? पहले हम normal integrate करते हैं. Integration करने के बाद जो भी function आएगा उसमें value at upper limit minus value at lower limit. That will be the integration. So that's how we have to find the integration function. In physics, it will not be given directly. You have to think, is it rate of change of the other? The force is rate of change of momentum. So we calculate momentum, we need integration. Acceleration is rate of change of velocity. If we have to calculate velocity, then we have to integrate acceleration. Velocity is rate of change of displacement. If we have to calculate displacement, we have to integrate velocity over time. Like that. So in physics, you have to figure out whether it is a differentiation question or it is an integration question, and that will depend upon which quantity you have to calculate accordingly. So we will see such question in every chapter, but first we are here to understand how to integrate. So question number 2, let's start from question number 3 first. 2 is little that coefficient rule. Let's start with question number 3. So it is a difference, it is a different integration. There is a limit from 1 to 2. So for different integration क्या करते हैं हम? पहले integrate करेंगे normally. Whatever integration comes. Different integration means we have to find a final numerical value. It should not be in terms of x. It should be a final numerical value. So for example, if we are integrating fx with respect to dx from x1 to x2, अगर ये solve करने पे g of x बन जाता है function wise, we need to integrate this from x1 to x2. Function value at upper limit minus function value at lower limit. So here the first question was 1 to 2 integration of x square dx. This is question number 3 from your DPP, and the first question is integration of x square dx. X square का integration क्या होगा नायरा? What is integration of x square? X to the power n plus 1 divided by n plus 1. You have to apply that formula. Naira?
1 second.
N here is 2. You just apply x to the power n plus 1 divided by n plus 1.
X cube by 3.
X to the power n plus 1. So 2 plus 1 become 3. Right?
Yes, sir.
Divided by 2 plus 1, that becomes 3. So this
3.
is like 3x. And then we have to apply the limit. So from 1 to 2, applying the limit means you replace x by its upper value minus you replace x by its lower value. 2 cube by 3 is 8 by 3. 1 cube by 3 is 1 by 3. 8 minus 1 becomes 7 by 3. So what will be the second one? Anara, do it. Anara, now second you have to do on your own. X cube.
Okay, sir. 1 second.
It's just very simple. Just you have to apply that formula, integration of x to the power n plus 1 divided by n plus 1. What will be integration?
Sir, x to the power 4 by 4.
By 4 and limit from 0 to 1. Okay, so apply the limit, become 1 to the power 4 by 4 minus 0 by 4. So this will be 1 by 4. Okay, now the third one is, yeah, anyone wants to try third one? 3x plus 4 is whole square. Which formula we should use?
3x plus 4 whole cube by 9.
Yeah, very good. Minus 1 to 1, 3x plus 4 whole square. So we don't have any standard formula for this, but we can think it of as the coefficient rule. 3x plus 4 whole square dx. If this would have been x square, integration gives x cube by 3. So 3x plus 4 whole square gives 3x plus 4 cube by 3. Right, and this is just the integration part, and then we will divide by the coefficient. So coefficient of x is 3, so we'll always divide by the coefficient of x, and that coefficient become 3. So 3 into 3, 9. And there we'll apply limit from minus 1 to plus 1. Understood this is by the coefficient rule. Radhika, you understood this?
Yes, sir.
Assume this 3x
Can
plus
you
4
please explain this once again?
Yes, assume 3x plus 4 as a capital X. If it is x square integration is x cube by 3, right? So similarly, 3x plus 4 square becomes 3x plus 4 cube by 3. Rishit?
Yes, sir.
And then since there is a multiple of x, so we will divide by the coefficient of x.
Okay, sir.
And now this 3 is constant, you can take outside 1 upon 9. 3x plus 4 cube. Limit from minus 1 to plus 1. And that's 1 by 9. When you apply the upper limit, it becomes 3 plus 4. So that is 7 cube. When you apply lower limit, it becomes minus 1. Minus 3 plus 4, so that becomes 1. 7 cube minus 1 cube by 9. What will be the answer?
Sir, 38.
Yes, how much?
Sir, 38.
38. Okay. Yes, anyone having doubt in this, please ask. We are doing the second time integration with the questions also. So कोई भी part नहीं समझ में आएगा, please don't hesitate now. This is something we'll be using almost every chapter. So that's why it's required for you to understand. Yes. 7 cube minus 1. So 7 cube is 343 minus 1, that becomes 342 by 9, and which is 38. Yes. Sia, understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay, wonderful. Number 4. बेटा ये समझ में आ गया था इसमें कोफिशिएंट रूल यूज करेंगे, हमने कैसे पता किया? हाउ? Because it was 3x plus 4 whole square. We have formula for x square, we have formula for x cube. इसका एक्चुअल मेथड क्या था जो हमने शायद फर्स्ट डिराइव किया था, देन वी डिड दिस. व्हाई देयर इज अ डिवीजन ऑफ x, डिवीजन ऑफ कोफिशिएंट? बिकॉज हम 3x plus 4 को एक नया फंक्शन एज्यूम कर लेते हैं. assume 3x plus 4 as t. Differentiate 3 into dx by dt, 4 का 0 and t will be 1. dx becomes dt by 3. Now if you replace back in this formula, 3x plus 4 is t square and dx becomes dt by 3. 1 upon 3 integration of t square dt. T square integration is t cube by 3 and that 1 by 3 is already there. We will substitute the value of t again. 3x plus 4 whole cube by 9, and that's what we get. So we don't have to put all the time this function equal to t and then integrate. We can directly apply the coefficient rule. Clear? थोड़ा समझ आ गया ये? We will directly use that method. जो भी function है उसको integrate करेंगे and divide by the coefficient. But ये आया कहाँ से? Kind of proof you can understand this. Okay, very nice. Rishit, Anurag,
Yes, sir.
is that clear? Coefficient rule, why we are dividing by 3 and how did we do this integration?
Yes.
Yes, में मजा नहीं आ रहा थोड़ा. I think there is some doubt still left. Question number 4. Will we use coefficient rule or not? Sin x we have formula, sin 3x we don't have formula. So for sin 3x we need to do the integration with the help of coefficient rule. Question number 5. It is sin 3x plus 4 cos x 0 to pi by 2. Sin 3x plus 4 cos x.
So minus 1 upon 3 into cos 3x plus 4 sin x.
Correct. Minus 1 upon 3. Sin 3x integration is cos 3x. And cos integration is sin x plus sin x. And then we apply limit from 0 to pi by 2. Yes, apply the limit. So on the upper limit, it becomes minus 1 upon 3 cos 3 pi by 2 plus 4 sin pi by 2. This is the value at upper limit. Minus 1 upon 3 cos 0 plus 4 sin 0. Value at lower limit. Cos 3 pi by 2 कितना होता है? Cos 90 0, cos 270 0, cos pi by 2, 3 pi by 2, 5 pi by 2. Any odd multiple of pi by 2 is 0. Cos pi by 2 0, cos 3 pi by 2 0, cos 5 pi by 2 0. any odd multiple, 7 pi by 2 will be 0 and so on. So this becomes 0. Sin pi by 2 is 1, so this becomes 4. Cos 0 is 1, minus minus become plus. So it is how much? 13 by 3? 13 by 3 will be the answer. Trigonometry की भी एक question थे उसमें in the first exercise, and I think we discussed that also with the help of quadrant rule. The cos 270 is cos 270 plus 0 और 270 को हम केस में चेंज कर देते हैं cos को sin में, that becomes sin 0 and sin 0 is 0. That's how also you can find that the value of cos 270 is going to be 0. Right? Fourth understood?
Yes, sir.
बेटा किसी को डाउट है पूछते चलना ये इंटीग्रेशन
Sir,
yes
for sine 3x, we got 1 by 3 because 3 is the coefficient of x.
correct. Sin 3x integration would have been minus cos 3x, but there is a coefficient of x, so we have to divide by that coefficient. In the second term cos x there was no coefficient, so we didn't divide by anything.
Okay, sir.
Now all these I have done. Now you have to do two questions. Number 5, that's easy. Integrate number 5. Yes, solve question number 5. It's a very easy one, by the way. You can directly integrate without using any coefficient rule or something.
So won't we use coefficient rule here?
Why? It's not required. You just open it. X square plus 2x.
We have 2x, right?
So that's not coefficient. That's 2 is like a constant. You can take outside. Sin 2x would have been the coefficient of x. X square plus 2x plus 1. You open it step by step. First is x square dx. Second, now this 2 is a free coefficient. This is like the multiple of x. So you can take 2 outside. Plus
Sir, 4 is the answer.
आंसर 4 नहीं है बेटा, ये 0 से 1 पे इंटीग्रेट कर रहे थे हम. x square integration, Rishit.
X cubed by 3.
X cubed by 3, then we'll put limit from 0 to 1. X integration is x square by 2. So here there is no need of coefficient rule. Coefficient would have been when it is inside any other function like log 3x, sin 3x, cos 3x. This 2 is free coefficient. You can take it outside the integral directly. But if it is like integration of sin 2x, this 2 you cannot take outside. You cannot write as 2 into integration of sin x dx.
Okay,
Right?
sir. Yes, sir.
Dx integration is
X.
Apply limit from 0 to 1.
Sir, is the answer 1/3?
Answer is not even 1/3. Who gave the answer? Ayush. Ronak.
Yes, sir.
Arnav Sharma, what is your answer coming? Upper limit minus lower limit on the first function. It becomes 1/3 minus 0. Here 2 to 1.
7 by 3 answer.
Yes. It is 1/3 plus 1 plus 1. So that becomes 7/3 and 7/3 is the answer. Right? अब हम कोफिशिएंट रूल वाले क्वेश्चन देख लेते हैं, which were question number 2. Question number 2, or mostly it is coefficient rule. Try. In this, you don't have to put the limit. The function should be finally in terms of x. The result should be in terms of x.
So which question number?
Question number 2, all part. Start first with the 1.
Okay.
Start with the first. Sin cx plus d into dx. Yes, integration of sin cx plus d times dx. Yes. Adhika, what should be the answer? Sin x integration?
Minus cos x.
So sin cx plus d should be minus cos
Minus
of
cos
cx
cx plus d upon cx plus d.
upon c only.
Acha. Okay.
We'll divide only by the coefficient. Ideally, we should put one constant also, but that constant we can ignore because in physics we don't have that problem. We have to always integrate with the limit. So we'll apply the limit and we'll get the final value. Second, the first part. Doubt? Yes. Understood, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
Second,
sir.
cos cx plus d. Integration of cos of cx plus d. Arnav Sharma, what will be the answer? So you might not have the mic availability. No problem. Arnav Daryani, what should be the integration of this?
Sin cx plus d by c.
Right. Cos x is plus sin x, so cos cx plus d will be sin cx plus d divided by c. Okay, fine. Third one is e raised to power ax plus b. Anurag. Integration of e raised to power ax plus b times dx. Anurag.
Doing it.
E raised to power x integration is e raised to power x. Right?
Yes.
So e raised to power ax plus b integration will be what? Should be the answer. What should be the answer? Yes, what should be the answer, Anurag?
Sir, nahi aata.
EAX plus B upon A.
So EAX plus B will be e raised to power x plus b. And then we have to divide the whole function by the coefficient of x, which is a. Fourth, e raised to power minus x. Okay, who will tell the answer? Govind. E raised to power minus x integration.
सर इसके अंदर क्या होगा सर? हम dx by x होगा सर.
हाँ.
dx by x.
EX का इंटीग्रेशन क्या होता है? E raised to power x integration is what?
सर मैं भूल गया सर एक बारी।
भूल गया। अभी तो फॉर्मूला कैसे लिखा है? पुराने अपने पास फॉर्मूले लिखे होंगे। E raised to power x integration is what?
Is it -1 upon e raised to the power x?
-1 upon e raised to
Yeah.
yes. Govind,
Yes,
EX
sir.
integration is e raised to power x only.
Yes, sir.
ये फॉर्मूले सारे एक जगह लिख के सामने चिपका लो टेबल के आसपास. You have to revise them because this is something which is new for you.
So what is the answer?
Yes, I'm coming to that. So e raised to power ax is e raised to power ax, like e raised to power minus x will be e raised to power
Minus e.
and then we divide by its coefficient, which is minus 1. So minus of e raised to power minus x or minus 1 over e raised to power x. The answer that we should give. Clear? Mr. Govind?
Yes, sir.
समझ आ गया ये?
Yes, sir. E raised to power -x जो होता है सर उसका इंटीग्रल भी e raised to power -x होता है सर. सॉरी ये काफी नया है सर, कभी कभी भूल जाता सर.
नहीं बोलो तो देखने की छूट दे रखी है मैंने. You can open your notes, you can open any formula sheet. Except Google, don't Google it. You can peep into your own hand written notes. Not a problem.
Okay, sir.
Okay, fifth is 1 by minus 2x plus 4. Integration of 1 by minus 2x plus 4 dx. This is a little bit tricky.
Sir,
Yes.
there is the answer minus ln 4 minus 2x by 2.
Right. You did a little more simplification. 1 upon x integration is ln x. So 1 upon minus 2x plus 4 integration is ln of minus 2x plus 4. And then we divide by the coefficient of x, which is minus 2. Right? Minus 1 upon 2 ln of minus 2x plus 4. बेटा ये वाला समझ में आ गया? फिफ्थ वाला कैसे किया है? अगर ये 1 upon x होता तो इंटीग्रेशन ln x, 1 upon x plus 4 होता ln x plus 1 upon minus 2x plus 4 है, इसलिए ln of minus 2x plus 4 and then we divide by the.
So why did you add modulus?
Because ln is not defined on the negative number, so we cannot use any such limit where it become negative. Like you cannot put x greater than 2. Okay.
Okay.
That's the maths thing. Fine. So I think yeah, sixth one. Solve everybody. Let's see. Yes, what the answer? Anyone?
Is it for the sixth one, right?
Yeah, there's a dx missing. That's
Is it
by
10 by 3 ln 3x plus 5?
ln. Ln is only when there is a power minus 1. When you take in the numerator, the power will become how much? Integration of 3x plus 10 to the power minus 10, right? ln is only for ln is only for minus power minus 1. 3x plus 5 to the power minus 10. Solve.
So,
Yes.
so will it be 1 upon 3 into 3x plus 5 to the power minus 9 upon minus 9?
Yes, absolutely. Now, these question like question number 5, this one is a little tricky, but I think we can do some of them so that we can get an idea how to solve these type of functions. This is a part of maths, by the way, but so I don't expect that you will be able to solve. Most of you have not seen the integration by, this is the integration by substitution. So here none of these standard formula will work. Integration of x cube divided by root of x to the power 4 plus 1. So in this type of function, usually what happens is one function will be given such that its differential will be the other. Means this function we need to integrate, right? So what we do in this case, like suppose if we consider x to the power 4 plus 1 as t. And differentiate on both the sides. Differentiate on both the sides. Are you getting this? How we got the idea that x to the power 4 plus 1 should be t? Because if you differentiate 4, it will become 3. So we can assume x to the power 4 plus 1 as t. And when you differentiate t by dt of x to the power 4 plus 1, right side will be 1. 4x cube into dx by dt, one differentiation will be 0 is equal to 1. So we can replace x cube dx as dt by 4. This is only for maths kid. Bio kids may leave this, no problem. X cube dx को हम लिख लेंगे dt by 4 and x to the power 4 plus 1 become root of t. So 1 by 4 integration of dt by root t. That become the ultimate function. We had to integrate this x cube by x to the power 4 plus 1. X to the power 4 plus 1 if we consider as t, x cube dx will be related to dt now. In this step, any doubt? This is called substitution method. We will have to assume a function and substitute it as some another function. What we substitute here? X to the power 4 plus 1 as t. Differentiate both sides. Whether differentiate with respect to t or differentiate with respect to x, you will get the same differential relation. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes. Anyone else doubt in this? अब ये कैसे पता पड़ेगा? ये फंक्शन को देख के पता पड़ेगा, and this requires some practice, so you don't have to worry. अगर अभी ये strike नहीं करेगा, so I will solve few questions for you like this. In physics, usually a very few cases we will be using with the substitution method when we will calculate the electric field and gravitational field of continuously varying quantity. अब 1 upon root t का integration is easy because 1 upon root t को हम लिख सकते हैं t raised to power minus half. This on integration give minus half plus 1 divided by minus half plus 1, 2 root t. So 1 by 4, this integration become 2 root t. And substitute the value of t. The value of t was x raised to power 4 plus 1. It become 2 root x to the power 4 plus 1 divided by 4. Half into root of x to the power 4 plus 1. Done? Yes,
Yes,
is it?
sir.
And we have to apply the limit. So now we can apply the limit of 0 to 1 also. Find the final answer. Some guys are leaving. What happened? Is it two up? So let's come back to the
minus 1 by 2.
straight line. Yes. Yeah, what's the answer?
So root 2 minus 1 by 2.
Yeah, it will be root 2 minus 1 by 2. When you put 1, it becomes root 2. When you put 0, it becomes 1. So root 2 minus 1 by 2. बेटा समझ में आ गया? सोल्यूशन समझ में आ गया ये कि नहीं? पहले ये बताओ. अगर नहीं आया तो कोई बात नहीं. आया तो any step doubt, please let me know. Yes. Shiv?
Yes, sir.
बेटा ये वाला मेथड समझ में आया? क्या किया यहाँ पे? कुछ something understood?
सर अभी भी समझ ही रहा हूँ.
अच्छा, okay, ठीक है. Take your time, process it. More questions on this method we will not do. Yes, Rishit, processed?
Yes, sir.
Okay, doubt?
No, sir.
चलो कोई नहीं, थोड़ा बाहर निकलते हैं. ज्यादा मैथ्स वैसे भी दिमाग खराब होने लगता है मेरा भी. Leave it. Let's do the questions from physics. Question number 7. The rate of change of displacement with respect to time gives infinite velocity. Velocity is given like this. Find a displacement in 1 second. So if velocity is given and we have to calculate displacement. So now we have come back to the kinematics. Calculation of displacement using velocity. Using velocity time relation. So since we know that velocity is defined as instantaneous velocity is defined as rate of change of displacement v is equal to dx by dt. What does this represent? This represent velocity displacement covered in time dt with a velocity v. So if we cross multiply this, dx becomes v times dt. I think we did this already, but now with the help of integration, we'll have to see how to convert the differential function into integral function. Velocity is differentiation of displacement. This we know. So dx will be v times dt, and now we can integrate for the entire time of the journey. T is equal to 0 to t. Initially, suppose it was its 0 origin, and then finally it is x. So now this is a differential equation, and now we have to integrate this on both the sides. When we integrate, we need to integrate over the respective variable. Left hand side it is dx, variable right hand side it is dt. So right side differential integration will be from 0 to t. Left hand side will be 0 to x, or maybe initial position x1 to final position x2. If journey starts from initial position coordinate x1 to final x2, we'll integrate from x1 to x2, 0 to dx integration will be x if we apply limit from x1 to x2, 0 to t times v dt, upper limit x2 minus lower limit x1, and that will become 0 to t v dt. x2 minus x1 क्या represent करता है? Displacement. So if in any function we have to integrate, we have to find displacement, we'll integrate velocity with time. Integrate velocity with time, this will always give displacement, and integration is also equal to area under the graph from velocity time function. If we have to calculate the displacement, we need to do the integration of v versus t. And if initial position is given and final position coordinate is to be calculated, then delta x will be written as b2 minus x2 minus x1. Initial position is x1, final position is x2. But to integrate this, velocity should be in terms of time only, like t square plus 2t plus 3, like that. So velocity or integration gives displacement, or the area under velocity time graph gives displacement. So like in this question, velocity is given as 2t plus 5. Find the displacement. Displacement will be integration of b dt, limit from 0 to 1. Did we do this question earlier? I don't think so. Yeah. Solve question number 7. इंटीग्रेशन अभी हमने पढ़ा है, आपको इसमें अप्लाई करना है. सॉल्व, आई एम जस्ट कमिंग इन. Yes, anyone got the answer for question number 7? What is the value of displacement? Yes, anyone got the answer?
Sir, is it 36.3 meter?
36.3. Okay, 2t plus 5 is velocity, 2t plus 5 square. इंटीग्रेशन हमने सीख लिया, हमें इंटीग्रेशन को अब यूज करना है इन द क्वेश्चंस. Velocity is given as function of time. To calculate displacement, we need to do the integration 0 to t v times dt, and which is 2t plus 5 whole square dt, limit from 0 to 1. Displacement in 1 second, right? यहाँ पे इसका इंटीग्रेशन क्या होगा? Will we use chain rule, coefficient rule or not? Do we have to use coefficient rule here? Do we have to use coefficient rule here? Ayush? Ayush?
Yes, sir.
Coefficient rule use करेंगे नहीं करेंगे यहाँ पे?
सर करेंगे.
क्या होगा इसका इंटीग्रेशन? What will be its integration? Yeah, what will be its integration? Ayush? बेटा इसका इंटीग्रेशन बताना कोई, क्या होगा इंटीग्रेशन इसका? Divani, what will be the integration of this function?
So 1 by 2, 2t plus 5 whole cube divided by 3, limit 1 and 0.
ये 3 और 2 तो बाहर आके 6 हो गया, अंदर लिमिट लगा दो, 2 plus 5 7 क्यूब, 0 रखोगे तो 5 क्यूब.
So 36.3 आ रहा है.
Yes, sir.
करेक्ट. पहले आपको ये वाला फॉर्मूला चूज करना है. डिस्प्लेसमेंट कैलकुलेट करना था, वेलोसिटी गिवन है. If it is a graph given, then we find area. If it is a function given, then we integrate this. Second, हमने ऐसे क्वेश्चन कुछ नॉन यूनिफॉर्म सर्कुलर, जो नॉन यूनिफॉर्म मोशन कर रहे थे इन काइनेमेटिक्स, देयर आल्सो वी हैव लेफ्ट सच क्वेश्चन so that we can first learn the integration, then we go back to those questions again. अब जैसे ये 8th है, question number 8. We have been given acceleration and we have to find the velocity. Velocity with the help of acceleration. Displacement with the help of velocity function. Now we have to calculate velocity using acceleration time relation. Velocity using acceleration time function or acceleration time relation. Instantaneous acceleration is defined as rate of change of velocity that becomes dv by dt. Instantaneous acceleration is dv by dt. So that means if a particle is going with acceleration a in a time interval of dt, its velocity changes from v to v plus dv. dv is that small change in velocity in the time span of v. So dv is a times dt, and now we need to do the integration on both the sides. Integration of dv will be integration of a times dt, 0 to t, इधर हो जाएगा u to v. When time t is 0, particle started with initial velocity u. After a time t, it is started with velocity. It acquired the velocity. dv का integration आएगा v, and then we apply limit from u to v, 0 to t a dt. Upper limit v minus lower limit u will be equal to 0 to t a dt. That is the change in velocity. So acceleration को time में integrate करेंगे तो हमें velocity नहीं मिलेगी, हमें मिलेगी change in velocity, final minus initial. It can also be calculated again area under acceleration time graph. It can be calculated again by area under acceleration time. Right? Acceleration अगर as a function of time बताओ, उसको integrate करेंगे, then we get v minus u, final velocity minus initial velocity. That will be equal to area under the graph. So this question, question number 8, we have done such question in the, we have to do such question in the non-uniform motion, non-uniform motion in that DPP of straight line also. This is the part of maths. We learned integration and now we are applying integration. So question number 8 says the rate of change of velocity is acceleration. It is given as a is equal to 3t square. Initial position, particle velocity is 1. We have to find velocity at t is equal to 2 seconds. Question number 8 from this DPP. V minus u is equal to 0 to t times a dt. Initial velocity is given as 1 meter per second at time t is equal to 0. And the question says that start at 1. T is equal to 2 पे हमें बतानी है velocity. A is 3t square times dt, limit from 0 to 2. Integrate this. T square का integration t cube by 3, limit from 0 to 2, 3 gone. It will become 8. V minus 1 is equal to 8. V is equal to 9 meter per second.
Excuse me, sir. Can you just go up, sir?
Yes. So हम straight line chapter को भी साथ साथ पढ़ा थे. Kinematics is also being covered. We did differentiation and integration, a little bit more practice so that we can apply in this chapter of kinematics. Yes, got the answer? Velocity is 9 meter per second. Yes, understood. Right. Similarly, another equation. ये थोड़ा सा मुश्किल है, 9th वाला अभी छोड़ देते हैं. We'll do it later on. When velocity acceleration is given as function of position. If A is given as function of position, and then we have to calculate the velocity. So अभी हम इंटीग्रेशन के पॉसिबल इक्वेशंस देख रहे हैं जो हमें फिजिक्स में यूज करनी है, स्पेशली इन दिस पर्टिकुलर चैप्टर ऑफ काइनेमेटिक्स. We did last topic is finding velocity using acceleration time. अगर acceleration as a function of time पता हो तो हम उसको integrate करेंगे with respect to time, and that will give change in velocity. But acceleration might be given other coordinate, other variables like the position. Since when a particle moves, there are two variables changing. उसका time भी change हो रहा है. Time is also increasing and position is also increasing. So now we have to calculate velocity using acceleration position. So कुछ लोगों के UT start हो रहे हैं शायद, right? इसी के UT में इसके आगे का सिलेबस सारा जो हमने कवर नहीं किया है. Anyone? Yes. Any part which we haven't done in class, if it is coming in UT, please let us know. Or worksheets will be given. Like today, one worksheet was given for the school, basic level questions, and with their solution also. So you can prepare for the school exam and you do well there also. Right? हाँ. Acceleration का ये formula कैसे आया था? Rishit? How do we get this formula from dv by dt? Acceleration is rate of change of velocity. How do we change it into dv by dx?
What, sir?
How we get this formula A is equal to b dv by dx from acceleration is rate of change of velocity with time. A is dv by dt. This is known. How we change this to v into dv by dx?
Sir, 2 minutes. So 1 upon dt equals to v by dx.
We multiply by dx and divide by dx. So dv by dx into dx by dt, and dx by dt become velocity. So that is v times dv by dx. Now, this is a relation when velocity is given as right. अब यहाँ पर हम क्या करेंगे, अगर हमें एक्सलेशन पता है and we have to find velocity, then what we should do, we keep b and dv term on one side and acceleration on the other side. This is by cross multiplying. So if a particle is having an acceleration of a and starts from x equals to x1 maybe, or x equals to 0 to final position coordinate x, initial velocity was u and final velocity is. So this differential relation first we have to find, and then second step is we need to do the integration with the proper limit. Integrate on both the sides. Integration of b dv is equal to integration of a times dx. इधर तो हम 0 से x इंटीग्रेट कर रहे हैं, लेफ्ट हैंड साइड वी आर इंटीग्रेटिंग फ्रॉम u to v. Initial velocity u, final velocity is v. Right? v का integration v square by 2 limit from u to v 0 to x a times dx. Integration of v is v square by 2 and apply the limit. Upper limit is v, lower limit is x. And then upper limit value is v square by 2 minus lower limit value is u square by 2, and that will be 0 to x a times dx. V square minus u square is equal to 2.
Sir, can I take it up?
Acceleration को अगर हम पोजीशन के रेस्पेक्ट में या डिस्प्लेसमेंट के रेस्पेक्ट में इंटीग्रेट करते हैं, then we will get this relation v square minus u square by 2. Yes, done. So अगर हम एक्सेलरेशन और पोजीशन के बीच का ग्राफ बनाते हैं and then we calculate the area, that will not give change in velocity, that will give v square minus u square. V is final velocity, u is initial velocity. V square minus u square by 2 will be the area under the acceleration position graph. V square minus u square by 2 will be the integration of a times dx or area under acceleration position graph. This is the formula that you have to learn. अब वो ग्राफ किसका है, वो रिलेशन किसका है, accordingly we will choose out of the two formula which formula we should use. Integrate करेंगे acceleration को time के respect में, we get change in velocity. If we integrate acceleration with respect to position, then we get v square minus u square by 2. Right? Okay, so I think you can do one question on this. And this is from the worksheet, the one that we were solving from the kinematics. Non-uniformly accelerated motion. Non-uniformly accelerated motion, that's our DPP we used in the last class. We solved this question, this DPP in class. Did we do some questions from here?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Question number 5 किया था हमने? Question number 5.
Yes, sir. किया था.
Okay. So here like expression is given as position. So हम integration वाले पढ़ चुके हैं, but ठीक है, based on some students' demand, we are doing it again because integration is slightly more challenging maybe than the differentiation, or it may feel. So here it is given as a as a function of s. So v square minus u square by 2. It will be the integration of a. वैसे तो हम dx लिख रहे थे, but यहाँ पे क्योंकि s given है, So we'll write this as integration of a to s. Now, in this case, particle is not starting from s equal to 0. It is starting at s equals to 10. V square u is 5 divided by 2. Integration of 2 plus 100 by s square a into ds. And the limit is from 10 to 25. Right, so a is given as function of time or a is given as function of position. Accordingly, we will choose which formula we have to apply. V minus u is integration of a dt, or we will have to use v square minus u square is 2 times integration of a dx. Right, so I think the remaining questions, this we have done already. अगर नहीं है तो आप एक बार फिर से देख सकते हो. ये 2 ds को इंटीग्रेट करने पे ऐसा आ जाएगा 1 upon s square. This is s, not 25. 1 by s square integration will be minus 100 by s. Will apply limit from 10 to 25. This is 2 times s. It is not 25. So we'll apply the upper limit minus lower limit. Done? Right? Okay. So I think the remaining questions from these two worksheets, इंटीग्रेशन वाली छोड़ देना. इंटीग्रेशन में बहुत सारे क्वेश्चंस हैं जो अभी हमारे मतलब के बिल्कुल नहीं है. जब आप 12th में मैथ्स में पढ़ोगे then only you will do this. Some of these questions we can do, maybe we have already done also. जो बचे हुए वो आप ट्राई कर लेंगे. The next class we will start the motion in constant acceleration. And we will do the graph portion at the end. Graph के लिए अभी हमें वो graph वाली exercise भी करनी पड़ेगी. There is one more mathematics worksheet by the concept of graph. So we will do that and then we'll do the graph questions. Right? Okay, I think that's it for today. हमने इंटीग्रेशन रिवाइज किया है, कुछ कोफिशिएंट रूल वाले इंटीग्रेशन किए हैं और बेस्ड ऑन इंटीग्रेशन हाउ टू डू द मैथ्स फिजिक्स प्रॉब्लम we have revised only because we have already done. But okay, so next class we will do the equation of motion which we have already done in class 9th using the graph. Now we'll analyze those equations using the calculus, differentiation and integration. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.